What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, we're taking a look at Classic Fresh and how you can shuffle for raw gold and make insane gold in the beginning when the realms go live. Also, how you can capitalize on people wanting to level fast and save time early on. Now, before we dive into that, big thank you for all the support on the complete gold guide for Classic WoW. This gold guide features all the best tactics and methods in order to combine the XP with gold grinding so that you make sure that you have a lot of gold to be able to purchase all your skills and abilities and be able to buy mount at level 40 and level 60, while it also has the best ways to make gold at level 60. So if you're interested in that, you can find it linked down below in the description, and by using the discount code STUDENT, you get it for 50% off. So, what we want to talk about is a couple of different methods in how you can make gold early on, where it's all going to surround itself around the lesser magic wands. Well, wands in general, but like these lesser magic wands that you can use at level 5 are insanely overpowered. Like, depending on your class, but in most cases, the wand will do more damage than you do with your spells at level 5. So it's a very powerful leveling tool. So if you want to do this for yourself, if you're planning on playing a caster, you should rush to make yourself a lesser magic wand as fast as you can. And in order to do that, it's actually quite simple in order to make it. You just got to get to around level 4. And then you actually, the reason why you got to be around level 4 is because you want to be able to kill mobs at like roughly level 4, where you can actually get linen cloth from the mob. So it depends if you play a human, an orc, a gnome. But the first mobs that you reach that can drop a decent amount of linen cloth are usually around level 4 to 5. And once you've done that, you want to grind yourself into 60 linen cloth. That's what you're going to need. So once you've made 60 linen cloth, you can head to your closest capital city, go over to the tailoring and the enchanting trainer. You pick up tailoring and you pick up enchanting. Just making the linen cloth into bolts of linen will get you to a high enough level to be able to craft the let me see, where do we have it, the linen robe, this green item right here. So once you have 60 linen cloth, you can turn that into a 30 bolt of linen cloth. You purchase 10 coarse thread and 10 bleach, and you'll be able to craft 10 white linen robes. Once you've crafted those 10 robes, you just disenchant those 10 robes. Disenchanting those 10 robes will get your enchanting level up to level 10, and level 10 enchanting is what you need in order to craft the lesser magic wand. Of course, you gotta craft the runed copper rod first, but in a lot of cases, you'll be able to purchase those materials off the vendor right here. But it doesn't really matter because you already have those materials by disenchanting the linen robes. So you'll have enough mats to be able to craft yourself a lesser magic wand like easily, just like that. And then, of course, you can capitalize on selling the wands. Like, people pay good gold for the wands. But that's where I want to take this video further, because once you have the ability to craft the wands, and you have enchanting, you got a lot of like options ahead of you in order to shuffle into raw gold. So I did this myself back in 2019 Classic on my second account, where I would just shuffle green items into raw gold while I was leveling my main toon. I had a second account that did this. And the whole principle is that you go on the auction house and you purchase every single green weapon off the auction house that's less than 5 silver. The reason why you want to do that is because when you disenchant an item that's like when you disenchant a green weapon and you buy them all for less than 5 silver, you got an 80% chance of getting one lesser magic essence, one or two, and a 20% chance of getting 1 to 2 strange dust. So when you disenchant that, most cases you'll break even, because you'll get one lesser magic essence, which is the material required to craft one wand. So notice how I spent 5 silver buying that green item. I craft, well, I've spent 4 silver and 70 copper, but if I spent 5 silver, I would be able to vendor these right here for 5 silver and 8 copper. So as long as you buy green weapons on the auction house for 5 silver or less, like when you have bad RNG and you only get that lesser essence, you're going to break even. So the times where you get double essence, which is a relatively high chance of happening, you double your gold investment by buying green items at 5 silver. And a lot of the times you'll get lesser magic wand and you'll get the dust as well, which is again just pure profit on the dust. So super, super easy way of just shuffling your way into some gold, like just straight up raw gold by disenchanting or vendoring the wands. So obviously, at some point you want to be selling the lesser magic wands if they go for more than 5 silver, but it's still the easiest way to be able to craft wands because people are desperate for gold, and instead of vendoring like a green item to a vendor for 2 silver and 73 copper, they would much rather sell it for 4 or maybe even 5 silver. And a lot of people are vendoring or posting items on the auction house for less than vendor cost as well. So in very simple principles, just buy every single green weapon that you can that's 5 silver or less, disenchant those, and then craft them into lesser magic wands and just vendor all the lesser magic wands that you get, and you'll make profit on that in the long term, and all the dust that you get is additional profit on the auction house, or you could use it for something else, but it's usually just simpler to put that up on the auction house. Now you can, if you can't get your hands on green items for 5 silver or less, like weapons, specifically weapons, people still do shuffling with tailoring, for instance, where they are buying linen cloth and then they're taking the linen cloth and making it into like green items that you can disenchant, like the white linen robe, and then they're disenchanting those. And but like there's a way lower chance of getting the essence. You want to do weapons for essence, so that's my preferred way of doing it. Is actually instead of like messing around with tailoring, making the shuffle more complicated than it has to. Like back in the 2019 Classic, Season of Mastery, and Season of Discovery, even though this is all like common or public information and people have been doing this for ages, there's still so many people going around posting green weapons on the auction house for less than 5 silver, and there's like enough of them. Sometimes you'll notice how you're trying to buy it off the auction house, but the auction is already gone. But usually it's no biggie. I haven't had any issue with it, and this is not something that you want to do day 7 of classic release anyways, but you want to do it early on to get yourself, even if it's just a couple of gold, like a couple of gold, and you're going to be way ahead of everyone else day 1, right? And then you can take that gold and do future investments as well. So a lot of really interesting things to do with the wands, and hopefully you guys will be able to make a lot of gold. But I just wanted to show you guys this example where instead of it being 80% magic essence and 20 dust, it's turned around on armor. So you'll have 80% chance of getting the strange dust and 20% chance of getting lesser magic essence. So uh, doing this as a shuffle, like a raw gold shuffle, making these, it's going to be tougher. It all depends on the price of the strange dust on Classic Fresh, but it's usually a decent shuffle as well doing that. But then you could use the cloth and make it into bags and potentially make even more gold. So I mainly wanted to highlight the raw gold shuffle with lesser magic wand. But that's pretty much it for today's video. So I appreciate all of you guys watching. Don't forget to check out the complete gold guide for Classic WoW. Discount code STUDENT for 50% off. And I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye bye.